Okay, based on Mark 6:46 through 52, everyone faces struggles regardless of our background or status. Here's a breakdown of the keys of the script. The disciples toil. I recount the story of Jesus sending his disciples across the sea while he went to pray. A storm arises, and the disciples are left toiling and rowing against the wind, struggling to keep the boat together. I like to note that Jesus allowed them to struggle, emphasizing that struggles are unavoidable in life. The unavoidable struggle. I assert that God permits struggles to strengthen us. I criticize modern teachings that promise deliverance from all trials, stressing that some storms are meant for us to wrestle through. I encourage listeners to find contentment within the struggle itself, drawing from Paul's teaching in Philippians 4:8 through 13. The I can do it mentality. I like to emphasize the phrase, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, not as a promise of avoiding hardship, but as an affirmation of the ability to endure any circumstances. I urge you to say aloud to yourself, a few times a day, I can do it, to empower your spirit. The boat symbolizes anything precious to God. Examples: Noah's Ark, Moses' Ark, Mary's womb. Being in the boat means being in God's care, even amidst the storms. The battle. I highlight that everyone faces battles regardless of circumstances, and that struggle is a common human experience. I challenge the idea of escaping the struggle, and in this instance, I'd like to criticize Peter for leaving the boat and emphasize the importance of fighting through difficulties rather than running from them. The bread. I'd like to explain that the leftover fragments of bread on the boat serve as a reminder of God's past provisions. I encourage us to remember God's faithfulness in previous trials as a source of hope for future struggles.